I don't know about you, but I love a good, long story. One that goes across ages, generations, a real long game type story. My first novel series that I really fell in love with that was science fiction was the Dune series. And this was in high school when I read the first book at 15. I then had to read all the rest of the Dune books pretty rapidly after that. And that series, if you're familiar with it, goes through generations and thousands of years and alludes to, ancient Greek ancestors to the family that's involved, all right? But basically, that's the kind of story I always feel like I can sink my teeth into. In fact, in college, I took a class that was focused entirely on epic, where we read the Iliad, we read the Odyssey, beautiful Homeric epics, right? We only have these 2 of a total 9 epic sequence, which just kind of hurts my heart that we don't have the rest of the sequence. We read the Aeneid, right? This sort of meshing together of both the Iliad and the Odyssey in the name of empire. We read the Divine Comedy. We read Paradise Lost. We read these huge epic works that just go generations and generations, and you just have this long game where you don't know where this is headed exactly. When you get there, you're just like, wow, right? And on a more or less literary note, you've got, of course, the Star Wars movies that kind of do this as well, right? We have this just kind of in our culture, this idea of the long game. On that note, today's reading is that kind of energy. Somebody's got a situation, a long game, that's been creating a lot of tension, a lot of inner turmoil. We've got the overall energy here of the 5 of Wands. So this is fixed fire sign energy, Leo energy, and the Empress, Taurus energy, divine feminine energy. Underneath that 5 of Wands, we got the slowest moving knight, the Knight of Pentacles. Under that, 7 of Pentacles. So reflection. I feel like you've been burdened by something that just feels like it's never actually coming to fruition. Like you've been hoping for and praying for this thing, and it's moving, but the movement is incremental. And you can see over the span of time how we are getting to where we want to go, whether this is a love story, a passion project, a career dream. But it's so hard not to get wrapped up in why aren't we there yet? Right? We start with the feeling of the 10 of Wands reverse. That is very much the feeling of surrender. Like, we can't control this. The timeline is what it is. And just trying to enjoy the ride. This is something that has a lot to do with your long-term legacy, with the 10 of Pentacles here. Like I said, this could be a business, this could be a career, this could be a long, lengthy love story. This could be, really kind of anything that sort of feels like it's unfolding, but it's unfolding at like a snail's pace. But this is ultimately happening in this way because it is very healing and it is a wish come true with the star. So it's the star comes after the tower, like that total collapse, the just surrender of like, what can I do? That's when the pieces start to kind of fall in place towards this 10 of Pentacles. And this is something that is incredibly emotionally important to you with the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is a card of love and passion, emotional maturity, but one that holds like a steady flame. I say flame, although he's cups, so that'd be water. So more like the steady tides of the ocean. one that is meant to just kind of flow and flow sort of forever. So like my spirit animal that my family knows about is the sea turtle. Like I love sea turtles, dude, so much. You know, particularly like going to like the beach and kind of checking out when they're taking care of the sea turtles, and some of them move so slowly they get these barnacles stuck to their shells. So I am a long game girly. Like I get it, but it's also so frustrating because of the anticipation of the thing, right? So the advice to us right now is to channel that energy. So while we're in this hanged man where it feels like nothing's happening, but actually everything is happening, we just can't see it yet. To use your voice with the Knight of Swords here, to use your inspiration, to create, to do, to make something new of this frustrating energy that's kind of building up. Because yes, in good time, this is going to be revealed to you. The manifestation you've been working on, it is headed towards you. Maybe in Cancer season, because this is a funny Magician card. Magician's usually Gemini energy. This one is specifically a Cancer. But all of this is going to be revealed to you. And it's going to be like you'll look back on everything and be like, good Lord, if only I knew a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, what this was all leading up to. All right, I hope that helps.